today, from London, England, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the London Bulldogs taking on Jordan Love and the Sacramento Miners.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Sacramento Miners and the London Bulldogs. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And we are underway here in London. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll have Lamar Jackson calling the shots, the former Heisman Trophy winner from Louisville.
And what a sophomore season he had for the Cardinals. Pretty much swept every major quarterback award, including the Heisman Trophy. And we spend a lot of time talking about his legs. Formidable. He can run the ball like few others. But the key to everything for him is ability to be accurate from the pocket.
And boy, there's that elusiveness on display, spinning forward and able to get 6 yards out of that.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Oh, and now he bowls him over, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Oh, some strong running. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 22 and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, that's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season.
His passing's been on point.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Robert Tanyan there to make the grab. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
The kick is good.
And it's good to make it 7-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
On 3rd down, Love. Oh, he almost picked it. Clearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
35 yards that time on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing right, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in Q1 of the new year. We'll be back. On 1st down, Jacobs. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. To throw is Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 11 yards there. First down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play.
It's another London first down.
Here's Jackson to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And Jackson throwing once more. And it's caught. Touchdown. Robert Tonyan with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays.
Makes the score Bulldogs 14, Miners nothing.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Dalvin Cook.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered.
And the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Rashawn Gary coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
2-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They run it with Jacobs. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
With the score, Bulldogs 14, Miners nothing.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are. Yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Bulldogs 17. Miners nothing.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point, or in this case, a field goal.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Love. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a gain of 14.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Love. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas.
Love's pass.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
2nd and inches.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Back to the ground, this time Cook.
Yeah, once more, strong running, Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead, it just brings up 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Miners 3.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I have no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And he whips that one incomplete there. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. And taken right on the 30. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. With them losing here in the 2nd quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts. One of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Love from the gun. Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Rashawn Gary able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Under pressure, and down he goes. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Incomplete. He was covered by Antoine Winfield.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Incomplete. He ain't able to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And here's Joseph Charlton now as he's on here to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Take over. 1st down and 10.
And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
We'll see if he can look and do some soul searching now. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now another timeout called for by the offense. On 1st and 10, Love. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Michael Thomas, as the first half is winding down. And his guys have made this a one-score game now.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. A drive there of just 4 plays.
Miners 10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's Sacramento's offense once more. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They run. Cook. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll move the chains.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
First down, going to the air with Love. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
The tackle made.
And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They run it again with Cook. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Here's Matt Wild now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
And they'll send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Taken right around the 44. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Elsewhere, a third quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
He's brought down by
the run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Dalvin Cook. Antoine Winfield on the tackle.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Working out of the gun. Love. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. And what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Matt Weil now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on. And now
and Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Jackson's pass complete to Josh Jacobs. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
That's good.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A solid chunk there, 15 yards.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
On 1st down, Jacobs. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Welcome back now here in London as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Jackson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A game there of 30 big ones. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. Gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. He's at the 50, the 30, 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Sacramento.
So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Seibert on for the PAT.
Point after.
And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
London about set to take over on offense. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter, getting down to the good stuff. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Covington. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing on second down. Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert, and I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here's Sacramento's offense once more. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. First down, Love to pass. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
A second down throw for Love. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30.
Again, it's Love. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Going back to Love. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 49-yard line.
To the air again, Love. To the right side, it's Kelce. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
A gain of 7. And the Sacramento first down.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Taken down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10. At the 40.
Second down. Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And it's third down.
On 3rd down, Cook. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook, and he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. On 2nd down, Cook. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
They didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Here is Cook on 3rd and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
23-yard attempt.
Seibert's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute.
17.
Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So Lamar Jackson in the offense, down by a field goal, exactly 1 minute remaining. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup of 38. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. And this game to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Called it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. First throw in overtime for Love. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Here's Matt Weil now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. that time on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. London about set to take over on offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
And part 1 is done, now part 2. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a 1st down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Once again, it's Jacobs. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on to kick it away. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down. The fake punt gets him 13 yards. A huge play on special teams. It's a 1st down.
Okay, that was a fake punt, and it was successful throwing the football. I know you threw the football in your past off of a fake.
Yeah, but unsuccessful back in my high school days. Old Tim Jones dropped it, hit him right in the numbers. But I'll tell you what, these guys, they love this opportunity, don't they? A chance to get involved.
They certainly do, and many of them were quarterbacks or big-time players when they were in high school and college. So to get back doing what they did before, always fun.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Again, Jackson. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And it's incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. score. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for London, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.